What is up, everybody? I am going to be doing a video on what is a silver stacker. But before I do, let me put that little disclaimer out. I'm not an expert at this. I am not a financial advisor, so this is not advice. But I do have a couple of years of experience in stacking silver, um, and also collecting. So I guess before you can uh, wrap your mind around what is a silver stacker, first you have to ask yourself, why are you stacking or collecting silver in the first place? Are you stacking it because you like it? I mean, are you buying silver? I should say, are you buying silver because you like it? Or are you stacking silver for wealth preservation, for SHTF scenarios? Or are you just a collector? So I'm going to give you my idea of the best way, in my opinion, or what I do. Maybe not the best way, but it's the way that I do it as far as stacking silver. Because I also like to buy collectible pieces because I like them. Like for the koala, Perth Mint koalas, I'm putting together a koala set. So that is not stacking, that is more collecting. In my opinion, if you are stacking, my thought about stacking is someone who is preparing for either a SHTF situation or protection against inflation. Not maybe not necessarily a complete dollar collapse, but that's what you are stacking silver for. That's my thought. That's my belief. So, what's the best way? I'm not going to really go down too much of the road of the collecting. This is more of the stacking. So, if you're stacking silver, what's the best way to stack? I think if you're a silver stacker, you want to accumulate as many ounces as possible at the very cheapest price. Um, and I mean, it takes a lot of research to find the online dealers, or maybe it's your LCS coin shop, or maybe it's eBay with the eBay bucks through them reputable dealers, big online dealers, such as Modern Coin Mart. When I've recently bought a few tubes of Silver Eagles with 10 times eBay bucks, and I think the best place to do that on eBay is Modern Coin Mart. You basically right now, with 10 times eBay bucks, the last time I bought them, it was for like, after the eBay bucks, it's like $16.25 per Silver Eagle, and that's really good. So if you're stacking silver for, let's say, a SHTF situation, or you just want to preserve your wealth, or you just want to protect yourself against inflation, the best way to do that, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Again, this is not advice. I don't give advice. I just make videos to show you how I do things, and maybe you like how I do them and you'll do it that way. But so the way that I like to do it is buying, when I'm stacking, I like to buy it at the very cheapest price. However, I'm not a big fan of generic. I'm not a huge fan of poured silver. I think poured silver is, again, I think that's going into that collecting realm. I mean, I know there's a lot of poured people and a lot of poured fans, but I don't think that that's necessarily the best way to stack, because there's quite a bit of a premium on poured silver, even though I do have a few pieces of poured silver, but that's not the way that I prefer to stack silver. I love silver. I think silver right now is a better buy, again, in my opinion, than the yellow stuff. I have bought a few gold eagles, whether it be the quarter ounce or the 1/10 ounce. So I'm not anti gold or against gold. I just think silver, in my opinion, is the better buy at this very moment, at being, what is it, 83, 84 to 1 is the ratio. Um, so I like to stick with coins when I'm stacking. You know, every now and then you can find your silver at spot. I think Provident is still doing the prospector rounds at spot. So that's a way to stack some generic at spot. And then you can find, of course, you can find your silver rounds and sometimes silver bars fairly low under spot, or I mean just a little bit above spot, 39 cents, 49 cents above spot. These were I bought like 5 of these, and I think this is Silvertown, I believe. It was pretty cheap. And this one here was actually given to me, but I do like to stay away from silver with dealers' names on them, only because if you do have to sell these, I mean, you're pretty much going to get probably, you know, I mean, if you take it into your LCS, if I take it into my LCS, I get spot for pretty much everything generic. That then I'll get a little bit of a premium for Silver Eagles. I think right now it's $1 over spot, which this is not the best time. This is really a horrible time to sell. Unfortunately, some people might have to sell, but this is a really bad time to sell right now. But in my opinion, it's a really good time to buy silver and stack it high. So I like to, if you're in, if you're in the U.S., I like to stack Eagles. If you're in other parts of the country, if you're in Australia, it's the Silver Kangaroo. Is the, if you might be a fan of the Britannia. If you're in the UK, but I think based on where you're located is gonna depend on what you like to stack. But for me, I like the American Silver Eagle is my number one. This is my go-to. I like buy them in tubes. If you buy them by the single one coin, you're gonna have a really high premium. When you buy them by the tube, especially when they're on sale, again, if you're buying on eBay, choose a reputable dealer like Modern Coin Mart, APMEX, Provident Metals, JM Bullion. You should be getting the real thing. I try to stay away, especially if I'm buying in bulk like this. I try to stay away from the onesies and twosies sellers on there, private sellers. And then you can find, deals on, like this here is a African lion that I bought with my eBay bucks, 10 times eBay bucks, and got this for a pretty decent price. I think it was, about the same price as the Silver Eagles at the time. I think spot was a little bit higher at the time when I bought it. But so that's how, if you're stacking silver, and also don't forget the constitutional 90%. A lot of times you can find this for a pretty decent price on eBay and through the big dealers, and probably also your local coin shop. But so that's the way I like to stack silver, is stacking American Silver Eagles. American Silver Eagles are recognizable worldwide. You should be able to take a Silver Eagle into any coin shop anywhere in the world, and they will know what it is. But another thing I want to touch on is if you are buying right now and then you had to turn around and sell, you're probably going to take a little bit of a loss. I mean, anytime you buy something that then you turn around and you sell it, you're going to take a little bit of a hit. One thing that I don't like to do is, even though I do like buying collector's coins, these are not the coins to stack because they have a little bit of a higher premium. So if you're buying the Perth Mint, Kookaburras, Koalas, and you're buying it because you like it, The way I do it is I like to buy one. I like to buy two. Maybe I'll buy three. Heck, maybe I'll buy five. But those type of coins is not the coins unless you're planning on flipping, unless it's a really hot release with a low mintage of like uh, the the Perth Mint Swan, unless you're planning on flipping right away. But just your average kookaburras and koalas, it's probably not the best idea to buy them in bulk, because the premium is a little bit higher. So when I buy coins in bulk, I like to stick with the American Silver Eagles and catch them on sale. Um, I like to find them basically at no higher than $2 over spot. Um, and I know my LCS pays $1 over spot. So when spot goes up, if I had to sell, which I mean, I think my plan is to never sell. So if you never sell, then you should never take a loss, right? But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about stacking silver. And even maybe you are stacking gold right now. I think gold is really expensive, so I'm not buying a lot of it. I'll probably buy some gold with my eBay Bucks certificate when that comes, I believe, in October. But let me know what you guys think. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, how you do it, how you prefer to stack your silver, and not only that, but what kind of silver collector or stacker are you? Are you a collector or are you a stacker? So thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to everybody on my next video. Thanks a lot, everyone.